Good evening, folks. Just a quick update. All the wiring is done. I have my breaker switch coming off the battery like it's supposed to, going down, down through the hole, out to this switch right here. That is my kill switch for the racetrack. It's required. My ground's coming down to the frame on the rear. Ground goes up the channel, up the tunnel, trans tunnel, both power, including the alternator. Clean this wire. I got to clean this wiring up some more. But I got the fuse panel put up higher, so now it's not close to the feet anymore, so a passenger can ride. As you can see, there's a lot of leg room. That's my legs stretched all the way out. I'm not sitting in the seat, of course, but if I was sitting in the seat, I would have plenty of room. It would be just like if I was in the driver's seat. And then I come up here, of course, there's my power going through the firewall. I got a fitting that goes through the firewall. The ground is going through the firewall too. Of course, you can't see it because it's up behind the fuse panel. There's the ground that goes through the firewall. There's the ground that comes through the power that comes through the firewall. I got a ground coming down to the frame there, going up to the ground block. And I got another ground over there going to the back of the motor. I think I'm going to make a ground that comes off the alternator. I'll do that later. I'm going to test it first, see if I got good ground coming from the alternator. I ran a new power wire coming from the alternator. It goes straight back. It is an 8-gauge wire, and it goes all the way back through the trans tunnel, as you can see it right there. And it comes all the way back, and as you can see, it hooks. There it is right there, going in, and then this one goes up here to the battery. So it's because the car's got to be completely dead on the track. If an emergency happens, they kill your switch. The track team, safety safari, they kill this and the whole car should go dead. It should not run. If it runs, then you got a wiring issue. But if it's done right, when they kill that switch, it kills everything, because you have to kill. And there's two ways you can do that. You can run that, because I did it last time. You can run it through the ground system, because as long as you pull the ground off, it kills the car, because the car will not charge off of a ground. Now if you pull the power, the car can run on its own because it's running through the alternator. That's why you have to that's why if you run a switch, it has to be able to hook power and alternator. But if it doesn't have, and I have the older style switch, I'd have to find it and see where it's at. But if you got the older style switch and you run it, and it's only got 2 prongs, you have to run it on the ground side. Just an FYI. And you have to make sure that your ground is completely killed, that you can't, it's because you have to run all your grounds coming off of it. That's why it's so much easier to run the power, because you need so many grounds for these cars, because because here's another ground that comes right here. It goes down to the frame, because on all these cars, they're so finicky. Race cars are so finicky for ground that they can cause all kinds of issues and everything like that. So just wanted to give an update of the wiring. It's pretty much done. That I'm going to do that ground there. I'm going to fix it later. I mean, for now it's good, because everything's grounded, because it's going, the ground strap's coming off the engine to this bolt, and then I got a few grounds that are coming to that. I might move them over to this, just so I have a better ground, so that way I know everything is grounded good. And I got some more wires up here I gotta fix, like that cobbled up mess right there. I gotta fix that. But I think tomorrow I'm gonna come out here in the garage, and I'm gonna work on pulling the distributor and carburetor off, get the distributor switched out, because I got MSD distributor I got to put in. I'll show you the distributor. Plus I got new seat belts, updated seat belts I gotta put in. But I gotta put in this box here, which is my retard box. Careful how you say that because you might offend somebody, but it's called a retard box. And then here is my distributor that I got to put in, and this distributor is already locked out. That HEI I had to manually lock it out, but this one here is a manual distributor. It has no advanced, so if you're running advanced, that's important. But me, I'm not running advanced. I'm going to advance it through the retard box because I'm going to run straight solid timing. And then that all hooks to my MSD box that's sitting over there. And if I get time, I'm going to wire this switch up here. That's going to have my headlights and my parking lights, because my plan is to mount it in here somewhere. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I got to figure that part out. I wish I had roll bars, because I would mount it up here on the roll bars. I'd mount it up here somewhere on the roll bars, but I don't have roll bars yet. That's a winter project. And then I got this stuff I got to put in, but I think that might wait till after, because I got Good Guys coming up, and I'm trying to get this car ready for Good Guys. And as you can see, it's very important. As you can see, it's May, June. Yeah, it's June 20. So, and these are only good for 2 years. So 2022 they expired, which I haven't been on the track yet. I've been too busy trying to get this car ready for the track to make it safe. And so I've been doing so much work to it that I've been doing some testing in Mexico. LOL. I've been doing some testing in Mexico. So in Mexico they don't, the belts ain't required. So I went and got some updated belts here. These ones are good. These are brand new belts, so that I have time with them. I need to put them in, get them going. But tomorrow I'm planning on working on the distributor, and I'm gonna work on the carburetor. I'm hoping to the car has power. I'll show you. Come over here. Turn the switch on. As you can see, my voltmeter is up, so it's showing power. Turn the switch on, you can see the light came on. If I hit the starter, you can hear it start, maybe. But everything's working, so that's good. So now that I got it all wired up, I can start working on the other stuff, because I got to get, like I said, I got to get the distributor put in, and I got to get carburetor swapped out, and because I'm going to E85 carburetor, and then I got to get these studs drilled out, because I have new studs. Where are they at? New. I think these are. Actually, yeah, these are it. I got new studs, 1/2-inch studs. They're gonna go in them holes, because I'm going to 1/2 inch, so I have heavier bolts on it, heavier studs on it. But I'm gonna go 1/2 inch, and then this winter, my plan is to swap that rear end out and put my 9-inch. I got my 9-inch out in the truck. I got to pull it apart, put new seals, new bearings in it. The gear should be good. Came out of a guy that did it, was a stock car racer. It had 411s. This has got 411s, so we should be good there. And I do have, let me grab it down. And I also have this I have to put in. It's a new tack with the shift light. I need to get that put in. So hopefully I can get that done here soon too. So that, I got to pull the dash out, which it's pretty easy to pull the dash out of this. I think there's like two screws up top, and then two down below, and it just pops right out. And what is this? I can't remember what this is. That's a headlight. Okay. So don't need to worry about that because that's a headlight. So plan is tomorrow to work on the top end of the motor, get that done, and I will video the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to find my little tripod, set up the camera on the tripod, and I think it's over here. Yep, there's my little tripod right down there. Set up the tripod. I'll have to clear off the grill up here so I can set the tripod up, and hopefully you guys can watch how I do it, because I'm gonna have to bring the timing around, make sure it's set on number 1, and also I moved these shims from here to here, so now my belt, because I noticed my belt was off a little bit, now it's tracking straight. You can't see it from here, but it was kind of cattywampus a little bit. Now it's straight, so I fixed that. Just little things I'm getting taken care of, trying to get it ready, and as soon as I have it ready, you guys will hear it run. But like I said, I got to switch out the distributor and the carburetor. I got to go down to the gas station and get some E85 and some tanks. I got to drain out the race fuel that's in there. I'm going to put the race fuel back in jugs because I'm going to save it, because eventually I'm going to put a standalone probably over there, and run a secondary fuel pump because I'm going to run nitrous on this. So I want to put a standalone so I can run race fuel for the nitrous part of it. I don't need nitrous to run. I can run E85 on nitrous, but I also want to run the race fuel, so that way I get more of a pure octane when I hit it with the nitrous. That's the other reason for the retard box that I'm putting in, is so that way I'll be able to retard it when I hit the nitrous. But that's just a quick update. If you want to tune in tomorrow, folks, I will post up a video of me putting the carburetor in and doing the carburetor and the distributor. But I appreciate you watching my video. If you want, likes, comment, subscribe. That helps me out a lot, especially with the algorithms, and get more views on the channel. That would be much appreciated. Share it. Oh, and also I got to put a new coil box in too. I have another coil box, but I got to put that one in because that one there is crap. But I'm going to put a new coil box in because the distributor is going to run on coil, which means I'm going to have to rewire the MSD. That's why this right here is a little messy. I didn't want to straighten it up yet because I'm going to have to do some rewiring for the coil for the new distributor I'm putting in. But if you want, like I said, comment, like, subscribe. That helps, and share with your buddies so they can see, get prepared to see what's going to happen. And I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good evening.